Good morning. We are on the way to the breakfast. Nasi lemak, roti canai, some noodles and some fruits, and something sweet. We have checked out, stored our luggage at the hotel, and ordered a Grab taxi. We are on the way to Museum Negara. Museum Negara is the National Museum, and next to the museum there are the lake gardens, which we also want to visit. Over there is KL Central, the Orang Asli Crafts Museum, and over there is Museum Negara. Historic vehicles. This is the main entrance, and over there the train I have to check out. Impressing. King Edward VII. Not sure who this is. This is a Rolls-Royce. And over there are two Malaysia-made Protons. This is the rear side of Museum Negara. Passing historic Malaysian buildings. Passing also the first Malaysian-built airplane, I think 1993. This is now the front of Museum Negara. In the past, my wife worked here as a voluntary guide. This is the entrance hall. Section A, Early History. A lot to read for highly interested people. The movement of animals. Of course, many stones. Tools from stones. That's how the stones have been used. Quite a lot to see. I'm happy that we live quite differently today. These are replicas of megalith. This is an El Dorado for the curious. Remains from an early Malayan kingdom. And at the end of section A, one can get an impression of the Malaysian jungle. Section B, the Malayan kingdoms. Impressing. This statue has an unbelievably long name, which I'm unable to pronounce. Of course, there was also seafaring. I think this is the replica of a Buddhist temple. Malacca. Necessary equipment for trade. Islam came to Malacca through trade with Arabia and then spread throughout Malaysia. The typical kris or Caris. And another one, the royal throne of Perak, Hantua. This is a wonderful museum. Abanonya, a mix of Chinese and Malay cultures. Looks like a knight's armor. I'm always amazed how they were able to draw such accurate maps without satellite images. I think these weapons had more symbolic meaning and were less intended for fighting. We tried these puzzles here. They are more difficult than we thought. Now the colonial history in section C. At first, the Portuguese came to Malacca. Of course, there was some fighting. The Lour de la Mar, a Portuguese ship. A Portuguese fortress. The missionary Francisco de Xavier. The Sultan Mahmud Shah fought against the Portuguese in 1511. It's not written here, but I assume these are Portuguese weapons from this era. When the Dutch came, they were not welcome by the Portuguese. There was resistance, but then the Dutch won. Then the British came and very professionally took over Penang, Singapore and Malacca. The Welt Quay of Penang, an enormous trading hotspot. A present of the ruler of Siam. I think these times were difficult, at least complicated. British medals, a British telephone, and I assume also British swords. Not all British laws were liked by the people. Historic banknotes. Rubber tapping. The British also opened tin mines in Malaysia. I think this is a machine which they used in their tin mines. The front of this machine, but I must admit that I don't know how it worked. And then there is of course the coconut business. There are also coffee, pepper and other plantations established. The Japanese attacked Malaysia during Second World War. I didn't fully understand what this video was about. Not fully sure, but I think these are historic religious books. Section D, Malaysia of today. The largest part of the population are Malay people, but there are also Indian and Chinese. This can be seen in the various clothings and costumes. My wife fits in. One can learn a lot here. Royal headgear. Already in the 1920s, the independent movement started. I think these are writers from this era. The Malay Unification, War against the Communist Rebels, 1948 to 1962. This time is called Malay Emergency. Various utensils from this era. The first elections of the Malay Federation in 1955. The Malay independence led by Tunku Abdul Rahman in 1957. I think this is the original table used during the Independence Declaration. And of course, a very nice image film about Malaysia. In 1963, the Federation of Malaya was officially formed. After having visited the Museum Negara, we are going up to a pedestrian crossing behind the museum. Crossing the Jalan Damansara. Over there is the planetarium. But we go into the opposite direction towards Lake Gardens. A Stonehenge replica.
Auch heute wieder ist es unglaublich heiß und ich öle nur so.
Sri Taman Memorial of Tun Abdul Razak. We have been here multiple times, but today it's closed. It was difficult, but now we have managed to get into the lake gardens. Taman Rusa, the deer park. Can be used as parasol and umbrella. A bit hard to see, but down there in the shadow the deer are hiding. A slightly better view. Interesting, there are chicken and another chicken house. This waterfall is under maintenance. Really nice. The park is very well maintained. And now it shouldn't be too far back to Museum Negara. These palm trees have very slim trunks. This is the tunnel under crossing the Jalan Damansara. 144 kilometers to Ipoh. We are back at Museum Negara, and we are leaving the museum immediately again. We have ordered a taxi. We are going back to the hotel. The price is nearly twice of what we paid this morning. It's a quick ride. Passing Merdeka Square. At the hotel we have picked up our luggage and ordered a taxi to the airport. Let's go. The buildings in front of us are at KL Sentral. On the highway, at a toll gate, lots of billboards. We have reached Klia 1. We have checked in and dropped off our luggage. We have passed immigration, and at gate C there should be restaurants. On the bus to Terminal C. Terminal C is a little bit complicated. Most probably we want to go up there, but we need to find a way. Yes. Now we have to decide for a restaurant. Noodles. We have decided we go over there to Grandma's Flavors of Malaysia. Looks good. Not exactly cheap. The service was really fast. Then a short flight to Singapore. Normally I would end my video here, but this time I want to show you the beautiful Singapore airport. Taking the SkyTrain. These are real flowers. Beautiful orchids. I can only show a small part of this airport. Beautiful. Now we have to go to the gate. Going home and saying goodbye. See you.